Hey there, Sagittarius. Happy birthday to all of you. Hope you're having a wonderful birthday season. This is your weekly tarot reading for the week of December 8th. My name is Wendy, and today I'm using the Druidcraft Tarot. Okay, we've got the Princess of Pentacles, the Princess of Wands, and the King of Swords. It's interesting to me how there's a couple cards in this deck that are not printed straight. But that's kind of perfect for the Princess of Wands because that energy is so out of the box. Like, I'm exploring beyond the boundaries. I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to go. What I'm actually seeing is these are two siblings who need to band together to approach this King of Swords. He seems to be an authority figure. These seem to be younger people. I feel like they are children, they are siblings, or maybe they're friends and they're going to the teacher or a parent with some concerns. This could also be, maybe some of you are feeling like younger, smaller, you could be employees and this King of Swords is the boss, and you want to have the support of someone else to address this person because this King of Swords can be kind of intimidating. Now, I see a lot of you as the King of Swords. You are Sagittarius. You rule law, you rule justice, and you're not afraid to speak your mind. You're not afraid to stand up for what's right. You seek the truth, and you don't have time for the bullshit. So let's get it all out there. Let's talk about this. So there's evidence of growth this week. There's evidence of something becoming real. A seed that you had planted, an idea you'd had, something you've started is now grown into a sprout. And it's got that spark of life and it wants to grow bigger. It's like you have an idea, but you need to maybe get some advice from a professional on how to move forward. So this could be a lawyer that you're talking to. This could be your I don't really see the King of Swords as an accountant. I see him more as somebody who does paperwork and information and legalities and stuff like that. So he can officiate, he can make something real, something official. And he also has good advice. He's an expert, so you will want to consult an expert this week to get to the next step. Because the pages or the princesses can only go so far. So they start out with this really great potential. They're ready to learn, but they are still learning. So they're not experienced yet. And so that's why we go to the King of Swords. He's got the experience. He's book smart. He's also practically experienced in his line of work. I'm seeing some big conversations, like something that you have wanted to talk about. And I feel like a lot of you also may be discussing taking on more responsibility, actually becoming the King of Swords. The King of Swords might come to you with some delegation or a request, or it's like he's trusting you with it's kind of like you want to test somebody by giving them, like, hey, if I give you a little bit of money, can you go get this for me at the store? But what you're doing is you're testing their honesty. And I feel like these are, like children who you could, hey, I'm going to give you $5, bring me back the change, okay? And they're like, oh, there was no change. And you know that there was. And so it's like you're testing. I heard counting skills also, like some of you really wanting to instill and seeing amazing development with maybe young ones around you, your students or your own children. But I feel like a lot of this is you're ready to move on to the next level. Like, I need to go into action. I need to be trusted with this responsibility, and I'm going to prove myself to the King of Swords, and it's going to initiate me into that next level. So you have a lot of room to grow, and this King of Swords holds the key. He has some responsibility for you. He's got an opportunity for you. And I heard you're saying yes. Okay, and you've got the Strength card. I feel like also some of you need to address that you're not ready. Like there could be something in your life where the King of Swords symbolizes these big conversations that something we've been thinking about, and then finally it's like, if I just communicate, it's the easiest way to get to the bottom line, to move forward. And so some of you might not be ready, in which case you need to communicate that. But I don't know, I feel like you are. It's just the Princess of Pentacles has to acknowledge her own limitations. Like there could be, I want to do this, but my setup limits me, or I want to do this, but like I need further equipment, or I need to grow to the next level, something like that. Acknowledging limitations. I also feel like there's maybe a conversation about someone who is just not getting it, somebody who is not growing. They like, what do you mean? Why are you staying small? Like, why don't you want to expand? Why don't you want to do more? And so for some reason, I do see a person who is maybe limited. For those of you this could be anyone in your life, but there is somebody who is frustrating because they just refuse to grow. And I think you're accepting those limitations. Some of you in a relationship, it's accepting somebody's shortcomings and accepting them for who they are, right? Unconditional love. But others of you, I feel like maybe there's some discipline applied to this Princess of Pentacles because they just are stubborn and they won't listen and they don't respect anybody. And so I feel like that King of Swords comes in, quite literally see him as a father figure or as a boss who needs to have a serious conversation. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are like serious conversations this week for you. But for the most part, it's positive and it's being given some new responsibility. And it will pay off. It will pay off. It does yield a positive result. So no matter what you're dealing with, we've got strength and the Three of Wands. So patience and being a good leader. You know, this King of Swords is kind of misunderstood because he's airy, he's cool, he's calm. I mean, sometimes he can be a little sharp with his words, yes, but he's intimidating because he's not gushy. He's not really emotional on the outside. That doesn't mean he's not emotional on the inside, but he uses his intellect and his curiosity to navigate the world. He solves problems. So he's more in his mind than he is in like a feeling space. But this person also demonstrates great discipline within themselves because they respond coolly. Like they don't respond with anger. I feel like this could also be someone who's really trying to quell their own tendency toward impulsive reactions or anger or something like that. Like this is someone that's also trying to master their communication. I see, Sagittarius, the more that you interact with something, the more it grows. The more you interact with something, the more it grows. You see your influence, basically. I am seeing an increase as well. I'm seeing some more clients, more money coming your way. Patience, you know, it takes patience for this to like really expand. I feel like this Princess of Wands becomes the Strength card eventually. It's like, I don't know, there could be two candidates, and I just feel like she gets it because she's fearless, but not impulsive. She's fearless, but she's not impulsive. She also has inner strength. She has mastered her own emotions, her own energy, and perhaps impulsivity. So yeah, there's something about testing somebody's honor as well. Like we said, there's like discipline, right, with the Strength card. But I do think that whatever you interact with, the more you interact with it, the more it will grow. And we have rebirth. Rebirth. So there is the announcement. There is the introduction. Ta-da! Here I am. Brand new. Being initiated, being welcomed. You're ready to be seen and heard. This could be love, business. Things are like there's life and love being injected back into an area of your life where it may have felt stunted. Maybe there wasn't growth for a long time, and now you took a chance, you decided to do things differently according to your way, and you were patient, you showed up consistently, it shows results, and now maybe you want to, it's like, okay, this is going well. I'm ready to talk about it now. I'm ready to announce it. I'm ready to share it. I'm ready to be seen and heard. And then you have lake symbolizing stillness. So maybe there's moments of stillness this week, moments for reflection. Is the stillness what you seek, Sagittarius, or is that what you are trying to leave behind? Because you can have both. You can have a nice balance of action and stillness. Stillness, getting into that meditative place where you're very present will help you make more of the moments, make more of each day. So if you're feeling still and peaceful, you're able to act more on that inspiration when it comes. You're able to make wise decisions. So that is your reading for the week ahead. And if you would like a personal reading with me, my Etsy shop is linked in the description box below. Have a great week, have a great birthday, and I will see you next time.